All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. 2-1-2 teams, each hoping to get back to 500, and we're underway in Week 4. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
On the ball. On the ball. There you go. 93, 52, 93, 44.
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Hey. 368. Go on the ball. On the ball. There you go. 368. That's up.
It's 2nd down. Dalton looking. Going deep downfield for Rowe. And that's caught inside the 30. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
His throw caught right around the 6. And a nice gain at 21 yards. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. Another chance for Dalton. And it's incomplete. Solid coverage on the play by Devondre Campbell.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out of your running plays, fire another one into the end zone.
Dalton on 3rd and goal. Dancing to his left. Caught on the slant. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
So a nice drive on the road. You come in, you take the ball down, you get 3 points.
Yeah, points are a must on an opening drive, right? So they moved it down efficiently, got it done. I think that bodes well for their chances moving forward in this one.
After the field goal now, it's Bullock to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 18.
4 down. Alert.
They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. Gets it off to Freeman. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Hey, let's go. Tight to the right, boy. Tight to the right. Move. Gun. Joker.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Sean Williams that time in on the stop. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Gun. Ready. Right 25. Here we go. D all day. Defense all day. 22. Let's go. Check 52's the mic. Check 52's the mic.
From the gun on 3rd down, Ryan. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Geno Atkins in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long. On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on to punt. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And this kick will be touchdown as they spot it inside the 45-yard line. The Bengals getting set to go. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, get them. Not easily done.
They'll start on the ground here with Bernard. And they get him down right near the midfield stripe. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together.
And this is caught. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals strike quickly here for 6 points. Bullock good on the extra point. And the lead grows to 10-0. Bullock out now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Come the Falcons now. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now, 1st and 10 at about the 32.
Gun.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Geno Atkins, the Pro Bowler, in there on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, here's Ryan. And he will find Ridley on the left side. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
21.
On 3rd down, Ryan. It's caught. Jones. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
I know that's their first connection in this game, but you and I both know that Julio Jones is without a doubt his quarterback's favorite target.
Oh, yeah, Matt Ryan loves this guy. And who wouldn't?
Yeah, and the reason that he's that is because of his dependability. And quarterbacks have to have that from their receivers, meaning they know where they're going to be when they're running certain routes. They don't break them on them. They don't change them up and do their own freelance stuff and put their quarterbacks in bad situations. Matt Ryan has ultimate trust in Julio Jones.
Now Ryan. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there on the 1st down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, Freeman. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out of the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Hey. We got 4. Get up! 5-2 is the Mike. Mike 5-2. 39. Let's go one more.
They'll run it. Freeman fights loose. And he's going to get the 1st down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. Well, they deemed it 4 down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the 1st.
We got 4. Gun. We got 4 down. Let's go. Where's 52? Wait. 52 is the Mike. Gun, gun, gun. Hey, Tuesday.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. He's a little too aggressive there from his Mike linebacker spot.
Sometimes you jump into gaps trying to draw them off sides. This time he tricked himself.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction.
20. Ready, blue 80. Gun.
Now they'll throw it with Ryan. The left side completion to Jones. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
They run. Devontae Freeman showed off the juke, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
55, right there in the middle. 54, Seth. I got one. Check. Gun. 20. Gun.
On 2nd down, Ryan. This will be caught at about the 5. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Attack. The offensive line is just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. After the penalty, here's Freeman. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
He'll get it up the middle. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. 2 minutes to play here in the 1st half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. This Bengal defense, they passed the first 2 tests. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Check 52's the mic. Check 52's the mic.
The The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Tevin Coleman, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons have cut it to within a score. Now Matt Bryant on for the point after. Bryant's extra point up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Now here's Bryant to kick it away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. Buying time to his left. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Vic Beasley able to make the tackle.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Dalton throwing on 2nd down. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Go on the ball. On the ball. 368. They go 368.
1st and 10 for Dalton. Steps away to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Tack McKinley in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. And the Falcons going to use another timeout as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long.
They go 368. 368.
2nd down, Dalton. Going deep downfield for Ross. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Third and long. What will Dalton dial up? Flushed out right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Punting now is Huber as he sends it away. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Tuesday. go.
They go play action here on first down. His throw incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Gun. Get out. Gun. Wait.
2nd and 10 now. Ryan looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darquez Denard. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Here you go, 368.
Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? He's going to air it out deep for Green. Green's open, and he's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A.J. Green, as the first half is winding down, and the Bengals are able to grow their lead. Here's Bullock now for the extra point. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Bullock out now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Hey, wait. Gun. Let him go.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. Looking deep for Julio. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick, there on the coverage. The Falcons on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
11. Ready. Blue 80. Gun. Let him go.
Final play of the half. It's Ryan. Eluding the pressure right. He goes underneath to Freeman. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And here now come the Falcons. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is. I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
22!
Now Ryan on second down. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here. So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. The drive starts with a handoff to Bernard. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They'll run again with Bernard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Dalton now to pass. He sets to fire deep. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at the 20.
Tuesday.
Now Ryan on 1st down, escaping the pressure right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Carl Lawson in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. To throw on 2nd down, Ryan and Matthews over the middle with a grab. And he gets this one all the way up to the 40-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
20.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Gun. Hey, Mike 52. 20. Ready? Check.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. George Iloka, the one that comes up to make the tackle.
Hey, wait.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Okay, just like that. Hey, wait. Gun. 52. Watch 52. Hey, south. Gun. Our time. Go.
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jones. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones. His first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons draw a bit closer. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers. That meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Now here's Bryant to kick it away. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Tackle made there by Robert Alford.
But hopefully the second half is better for him than the first half. They got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you get the tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Dalton to Green for a Cincinnati first. From midfield here, Dalton. Flush to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Tyler Boyd, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals add on to their lead. And that time, he came out of the slot for that big play downfield for the score.
I think what we just saw there, partner, is what we call scheming a guy open. Put him in the slot, know that he has tremendous speed. What you're doing with your other receivers is likely running shorter routes to draw the attention closer to the line of scrimmage, to give him a chance to get downfield and turn it into a one-on-one route, often against the safety. You like your odds when he's running against the safety. His speed usually wins, and it did on that play.
And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Atlanta now coming out on the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 27.
Hey. 4 down. Wait. 36. Check. Hey, Tuesday.
They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Vontez Burfict, the one to get him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The throw is Ryan. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Heavy on the edges. 21. Double up. He's coming, double up. Gun. Nice, 57. Gun.
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. And it's complete. Hooper. And he's brought down, but not before getting across midfield to the 45. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Ryan. being chased out left. Left side caught by Matthews. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Hey, Tuesday.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the fourth.
Pick it up! White! Hey, gun. Got four down. Under 10. Go!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And down inside the 15 he goes. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Gun.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Carl Lawson getting him once again. His third sack of the afternoon.
Hey, Tuesday.
On second down, here's Ryan. Forced out to his left. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons have cut it to within a score. And it's no good. Well, that could be a critical miss here in a one-score game in the fourth. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll begin here with Bernard. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back at New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
Dalton. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
They had enough yards for the first down, but a clutch hit right there defensively. Jars it free. No first down.
Here's Kevin Huber now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. And they will get to this one and down it at the 13-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 13. On first down, Ryan. Caught on the right side by And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Ryan going to give to Freeman on the draw. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. The linebacker, Preston Brown, brings him down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides.
Let's go.
Freeman again. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beef eaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a 1st down.
And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
52's the mic, boys. 52. 54, South. I'm here all day. I'm here all day. He's checking. He's checking. He's checking. Crash. Crash. Hey, Tuesday. 54, South. Kill.
They'll run for it. It's Freeman. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. Dre Kirkpatrick, the cornerback, up to make the stop. Well, they've got the slim deficit, decided to go for it, hoping to keep the football score and erase that deficit. But, boy, deep in their own territory like that.
Let's just say that with that call, me and the head coach will agree to disagree. All right, but he knew he wanted to be aggressive there, as you pointed out. So I guarantee he told his defensive coordinator, have your guys up and ready. I'm going to go for it here. If we don't get it, just make sure they're ready to go out there and bail us out.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And the Falcons going to use another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back.
Over here. You're good. Lead. Watch this. Heavy. You go on the ball. Over here. You're good.
Again, here's Bernard. They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
5 yards that time out of the scramble, but now they're looking at a 4th down situation. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And Bullock will put this one through. And that'll make this a 7-point game. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. After the field goal now, it's Bullock to kick it away. This will be taken short. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
He'll look to throw. The left side completion to Jones. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A good pickup there at 22. First down now, but that clock rolling.
12. Gun.
They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Gun. Get up! 54, south! Get out,
He's back to throw. He's got it to Matthews, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds down to the 25. Same result as last play, 14 yards and another first down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
Hey. You got three. Read it. Wait. Check your backer.
Now Freeman, he's been busy today. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Right.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down near the 15. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with third down looming.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us and he was like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. They'll run here with Freeman. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Tight end right. Hey, 4 down. 11. Go.
Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
On the ball.
On the toss, Bernard. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Cincinnati, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll return home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers.